White. He is a horse who has got an enormous amount of ability, but he hasn't raced over this distance on dirt. Now, this is the worry for Divine Image, Angus.
Yeah, this is typical of her. She can get to very hot, very worked up. She's a little bit of temperament about her, but lots of talent as well.
Looks as if Golden Jaguar might be the last horse to go forward here, with Rasheen Murphy riding for Ahmed Bin Hamash. All set for the UAE Derby. Here's Craig.
Ready. They're racing. Van Beethoven was slowly into stride, and also Golden Jaguar was on the back foot as they let the gates release. Swift Rose and also Stubbins coming across from wide draws, and Walking Thunder is going to hold up over on the inside, and Divine Image forward as well. Coming across Superior, getting into a good spot as they leave the straight. Manguzzi goes up very wide on the track. Placoup Parfait over on the fence. Then Grey Magician. Jabath is over on the inside. Out deep and going up wider is Rosina, then Dermalouve. Down on the inside and locked away as they go to the back straight is Golden Jaguar, Al Hayat, and Van Beethoven on a wide trip was back at the rear. 25.83 the lead as they run their way down the back, and Swift Rose leads the Derby field. Second is Stubbins, the outside. Manguzzi 3 wide. Between horses Divine Image, and over on the inside Walking Thunder. Next is Superior, allowed to stride a little closer. Placoup Parfait down on the fence ahead of Jabath, who's got off the rails. Then Rosina, Grey Magician, followed by Dermalouve. Van Beethoven trying to improve, but out very wide. Golden Jaguar is over on the fence, and Al Hayat is under pressure. Down before the bend they come. Swift Rose is the leader. As they come to the final 650, it is Swift Rose leading over Stubbins on the outside. Manguzzi's at a wide trip, beginning to fiddle a little bit. They were followed by Walking Thunder. Divine Image is gone. Placoup Parfait looking to get into the clear. Next of all then is Superior, and out wider on the track is Grey Magician, but they turn in, and Manguzzi still comes on strong. Manguzzi up on the outside, goes the front over Swift Rose, Stubbins. Now down the outside, Grey Magician and Placoup Parfait over on the inside. Manguzzi joined by Grey Magician. Placoup Parfait is finishing hard along the inside. Placoup Parfait went to the front. Grey Magician went with it. Placoup Parfait in front, and Placoup Parfait takes it out. Placoup Parfait takes out the Derby, wins it over Grey Magician, and Manguzzi a gap off to Dermalouve running on, followed by Swift Rose, Stubbins. Next in was Walking Thunder, a gap off to Superior, Van Beethoven, Rosina, Jabath, then Al Hayat. Divine Image dropped out, and well back to was Golden Jaguar.
What a fairy tale success for trainer Brendan Walsh. Placoup Parfait has won the UAE Derby. A second win tonight for Jose Ortiz, who has given this horse a super ground-saving ride, splitting rivals in the closing stages, down on the inside rail, getting up to beat Grey Magician, who's run another mighty race for trainer Peter Miller, with Manguzzi, Fernando Harder and Ali Rashid Obrahi back in third, and they were miles clear of everything else. Brendan Walsh used to be, as we said just before the off, a former work rider for Godolphin. He is now out on his own, training in the States, and this is a massive day for him, Angus.
It's a huge day. There he is, shouting his winner home. Another second for Peter Miller. He'll be frustrated, but this man's not frustrated at all, because Placoup Parfait was a bit disappointing last time up in the Risen Star. Well, he's bounced back here under a brilliant Ortiz ride. A double on the meeting for Ortiz. A superb ride this was. They went pretty hard here. There was loads of pace signed on. They really went hard. Ortiz sat chilly for a while and then launched in the straight, and Placoup Parfait got Manguzzi beaten and then held on from Grey Magician. A great race.
Andrew Lejeune called it earlier. It was going to be a big night for Jose Ortiz. Not bad, Andrew. 2 wins so far.
And he's got Yoshida in the big one as well. Yeah, magical night. It's just amazing that everything's fallen into place. He had to find a way through there. It wasn't completely plain sailing for him. The horse he's finished behind on his last 2 starts in America, War of Will, would have been a big player in the Kentucky Derby himself. As I understand it, he's just got a slight muscle injury at the moment, so there's a question mark hanging over him. But regardless of that, paid him a massive compliment. But he's a very nice horse in his own right, Placoup Parfait.
3 seconds slower than Mendelssohn last year. We all know how good Mendelssohn was. A bit of a pace meltdown here, but Ortiz was brilliant.
A rare disappointment for Godolphin. Divine Image she ran very disappointingly, Angus.
Cried enough a long way out, Rishi. She didn't seem to be enjoying it. She didn't look in the mood at all and ran no sort of race.
But once again, we come to a race on dirt where the local runners seemingly looked very promising early on. This success, by the way, clearly means a lot to Jose Ortiz, who was pretty emotional after his first success earlier on cold front. But when it comes to dirt racing, when it gets down and dirty, the Americans know how to do it.
They certainly do, and you've got to feel a little bit sorry maybe for Peter Miller. He didn't know how to feel after running second and third in the Al-Quoz. He's run second here in the UAE Derby as well. Bittersweet once more.
Here's Brittany.
Well, Brendan Walsh, he's getting congratulations from everybody. You just said to me, how about that? Just describe what we witnessed from him today.
Well, that's the horse that we thought he was. You know, I'm not totally surprised. He's just done so well since he got over here, Brittany. You know, I had it in the back of my mind, of course, you never try to get too pumped up over it because it just, you know, what this game is like. But no, it's a thrill to come back here and to win a race like that. You know, where I spent so many years before, it's just fantastic. I can't describe it.
I can just see a little overcome with emotions now.
Yeah, well, we've had a tough year. We've had a few personal things have been very tough, and so we are a little emotional today, I'm afraid.
Horse racing always finds a way to uplift you. Of course, 100 points to the Kentucky Derby. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I guess it's going to be hard not to go now, right?
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations.
Thanks, Brittany. Thank you.
Jose, 2 for 2, striking 100% on World Cup night in his career. Outside posts in the Godolphin Mile, inside weaving through horses here in the Derby. How did you work out this trip?
The horse helped me a lot. He put me in a good spot, and every time I asked him to go through a position, he take me there. And we got lucky when we passed the water pole. I could have dive in, and he would respond really well.
How many holes did you hit down the stretch?
Just that one, you know. But I'm really, really happy, extremely happy for Brendan and his team. They deserve to win this.
What have you learned in these 2 rides that you've had on the dirt here at Meydan? How is this track playing?
The track is really well. It's very fair, and I think it's the horse like it. You know, you just can't sit wherever the horse is comfortable and give them a chance, and they're gonna run well.
We see you get in these zones often back in the United States, and you're on the world's biggest stage here at Meydan. How much confidence do you have right now, Jose?
I always confident on my horses. I galloped this horse and I knew he was doing really well, so I'm very confident.
Best of luck the rest of the night.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.
Both Jose Ortiz and Brendan Walsh so emotional after that success, and you heard from Scott asking those questions about the route that this horse took in getting to the front and then having to battle away. He has shown a number of different facets tonight to emerge victorious.
Absolutely, and he now finds himself with a live player, I suppose, heading towards Churchill Downs that first Saturday in May. It's a super performance here. He's settled, he's got the trip, he's found a gap, he's run through it. There's a lot of positives about this horse.
Lots more reaction to come after the success of Plus Que Parfait in the 2019 UAE Derby.
Since it first rolled off the presses in 1978, Gulf News has undergone many innovative changes and additions to its portfolio.
Gulf News grown through the years from just a small newspaper into a publishing house. Gulf News now publishes a flagship, the Gulf News itself, plus